2014 was a good year for video games. It was also a very rubbish year to be 2014. But still, you can't but help to look back at all the games that came out this year and said, wow, that could have been better. But it doesn't mean that anything good didn't come out this year. So here's my top 10 games of the year. Having platinum games make shovelware is akin to Chef Ramsay catering to an 11-year-old's birthday party. He's gonna work the fuck out of that cake, and platinum is gonna work the fuck out of this game, regardless of what Activision may pay them. Now, action games are a dime a dozen, but it's such a joy when Platinum does it, because they know fun. Awesome combat, fun combos to execute and play around with, expansion of a universe from one of our favorite cartoons, and of course very inexpensive for a 2 to 4 hour experience. It's only about 15 bucks, and considering this is Activision, it's probably gonna stay 15 bucks for quite a long while. So if you're a fan of Platinum games, you really have no excuse for not picking this game up. Hey guys, you remember Walking Dead Season 1? You know, the game that not only created the greatest black protagonist in video games, but also created the greatest child character in video games, bar none. Well, that game got a sequel. Walking Dead Season 2 ramps up the stakes by letting you play as Clementine, giving you more narrative options to completely alter the way you see the story, in one way or another. Except this time, the ending's not gonna conclude in a checklist. So if you're a fan of the Walking Dead series, or just a fan of interactive storytelling in general, this is the thing to pick up right now. This game may not be popular amongst people, but I don't care. It still managed to entertain me despite all the lackluster abilities that you have at your disposal. And at its core, combat was still fun, but that wasn't the main focus. At the end of the day, it's characters. You're playing this game to see these characters interact with one another, and what bearings they have on the plot as a whole. And if you stick with the game despite its absurdities, you'll actually see it kinda gets a little meta, although that final boss will turn a lot of people off. But hey, if watching a dragon trying to shit or piss itself throughout the entire game ain't for you, then how about a little bit of male objectification? Terra Battle is a puzzle fantasy game for your mobile devices. It actually provides some very decent challenges in trying to solve these puzzles in set times when the puzzles themselves are trying to kill you. Now I know this isn't anything new. I mean, mobile games have been doing this for years. Why is this one so special? Well, it's backed by a bunch of actual video game veteran industry types of people, and the artwork is done by Kimihiko Fujisaka, one of my favorite concept artists. So yeah, try to check this out if you're waiting for your bus. Now, I may be a bit biased when it comes to this game, considering that it's two gaming franchises that I like blended together, but believe me when I say Hyrule Warriors is the most fun you'll have with the Wii U until the next major Nintendo thing comes out, which in this case is Smash. But despite all that, Hyrule Warriors feels like Zelda gap that I've been wanting to fill since I found out Skyward Sword was such a disappointment. Now you could easily just say that this is a Dynasty Warriors with a Zelda skin on it, and I would agree with you, but then again, I've been playing this more than Dynasty Warriors. Even so, it still tries to be its own thing, and it is a really nice and, in my opinion, very successful attempt at blending two very different genres. I mean, even as I record this, I'm still playing the game, so to me, that means this game is a success. Deception 4 is the 5th installment to the Deception series. Trust me on that. And in this title, they give you even more options to do whatever vile thing you want to do to your fellow man. You essentially play as the Devil's Daughter, fighting off hordes and hordes of knights coming to kill you because, again, you're the Devil's Daughter. And because they're all just squishy, vile human beings, you can do with them as you wish as you trap them in your elaborate, sadistic, and humiliating traps. And this game in essence is making it very fun to play the villain. And it is very fun and satisfying watching your very torturous devices go off in a manner that kills dozens of heroes of justice by the boatload. It's one of those gaming ideas that you've already won the game, you just gotta figure out how you're gonna go about winning it. Like I said, this game is now my crack for the next year. I cannot vitally function unless I play this game for at least 20 hours. It's the same beat 'em up genre and hell the same developers of Hyrule Warriors, but it does everything that Hyrule Warriors gets right and then some. Now character motivation may be a bit staggering, but then again that's probably the lack of localization on this game's part. This game is hack and slash beat 'em up bliss, and the best game that Omega Force has made this year. Dark Souls 2 is the sequel to Dark Souls 1. Okay, there is more information than that, hold on. I was never much into the whole Souls franchise because it seemed a bit too hardcore for me. And that's really saying something considering what I like. But then I played Dark Souls 2. And then holy shit, this is one of the greatest game franchises I've ever played. So yeah, I've been playing this game a bit non-stop to the point where I think I need someone to pry me from the controller. Every mistake that you make in this game actually feels like your fault, not like the game cheated you. Like it was your fault you didn't roll at the right time, or you didn't heal properly. Everything about this game just feels so gratifying when you succeed in an obstacle that really shouldn't have been that difficult to overcome. And then you get your face sliced off by demons. Of all the 2D platformer games that came out this year, I honestly didn't know which one to put on this list, Strider or Shovel Knight, because they both represent the core aspects of the genre that still exist today. With Strider, it's an evolution of what we can do with the genre, and with Shovel Knight, it's back to basics, and both of them succeed phenomenally on what they do. With Strider, it's very fast-paced hack and slash, and with Shovel Knight, with its very methodical and well thought out level design. Both of these are very Metroidvania-esque. So I have to give this slot to both of these games. Very creative and very fun side-scroller games that my friends will not shut up about. Destiny really set the bar with its in-depth story, and very interesting missions and level design and character. Oh my god, I could not keep that act up for very long. Oh man. Oh, burn. Nah, it's Bayonetta. Of course, Bayonetta 2 makes #1. Again, it's platinum. This game just does a lot of things I'm pretty sure every other publisher is afraid of doing. Making everything over the top and silly, and this game has this energy about itself. This game isn't interested about breaking new bounds or reaching a broad audience, it's just here to have fun and wow you with its events and set pieces and combat. Everything about this game is just great. If that's not enough, it comes bundled with Bayonetta 1 at no extra charge. You don't see any other new releases doing that, do you? And this is why Bayonetta 2 is the game of 2014. And if anyone else says otherwise, well, they're full of shit. And also they're playing Smash Brothers.
Umbral Witch. The left eye of darkness must return from whence it came.
those were the top 10 games of 2014. I look forward to next year, so I can play the games that were supposed to come out this year, but decided to get delayed to 2015. Also, Avengers 2. Until next time, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on the social media, you know where to find me. Thank you guys for watching, bye. Here's some games that I wanted to put on this list, but really didn't have a place for them on the spot. So here's them in no particular order.